What's going on? Richard Hairston here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this #1 marketing agency sales strategy that brought in $500,000 in sales. If you are a marketing agency business, then this video is for you. If you're struggling, this is for you. If you want to know how you can start generating more sales and get yourself out there in the marketplace, then you need to pay attention to this video. But before I go there, I want to let you know the actual training is coming from someone who actually puts the services to use, and he's going to show you how he does that. Okay, so before I go to the video, once again, I want to just thank all of my subscribers. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. Okay, leave me a comment below and give me a thumbs up on this video. If you need to get in contact with me, you can get in contact with me because my information will be below the video in the description as well. You can connect with me on Facebook, you can give me a phone call, or you can send me a text message, however you feel comfortable with doing it. Okay, just make sure you get in contact with me. I will answer the phone. I will answer any questions that you may have. Okay, so with that being said, after you watch the training, there's a link in the description. Click the link in the description to get started. I am not coming back at the end of this video. I want to go ahead and get this information out to you. Watch the training, soak up the training, take notes, and start applying it to your marketing agency business today so you can start generating sales. Okay, so with that being said, go and watch the video now. I'm out of here. I want you to have a great day today and a better day tomorrow. Peace. Go watch the video now.
So I'll give a quick background about myself so people know the context I'm coming from. I've been in the fintech, financial technology space for about 15 years as a product strategist. I built platforms. I design global payment platforms. I've been involved in the Bitcoin world as well. So a lot of the payment space I've been in. And about early 2018, I've made a massive pivot, lifestyle change. I exited the fintech space and entered into the digital marketing space. And I'm coming in fresh, new to the digital marketing space. I managed teams in the past. I had SEO specialists, PPC specialists, PR teams, content teams. I had them reporting to me in the past, but doing it myself as a freelancer, it's taking a different position and getting myself more hands-on. So in 2018, I decided to get into the agency world. Freelancing, it freed up a lot more of my time. I wasn't managing teams anymore. So I decided to open my own digital agency. And I started consulting for restaurants, for real estate agents. I started doing a lot more client acquisition marketing. So not just basic lead generation. My whole goal was to build systems, use the background I had, build systems of how do I generate the lead? How do I get them to connect with you? How do I get them to get you the appointments? And how do I make sure I can get them to convert at the end? So typically people do lead generation through a Facebook ad, drive a lead, but leads are leads. And if your end client is not getting the conversion, not getting the results they want, they'll blame the leads, you'll blame them. It doesn't matter. In the end, you're going to get fired and they're going to move on. So the whole objective is, what can I do to add more value, more success for my clients, that they're making a lot more money. If they're making a lot more money, they're going to pay me more money because I'm bringing them success and bringing them results. So that's the mentality I go with any client. I want to make sure that I'm eliminating any type of excuses that they could potentially have in the future. And I'm giving them most value as possible for them to be able to deliver results or get the results that they need. So I have my own agency. Then part of my restaurant clients, I realized reviews were a problem. So I launched a review management platform. So I have a platform called Review Panda. And again, the whole purpose is to supplement my agency platform and provide value to my clients. And I'm also a growth strategist for another agency. I consult in the B2B space. So I do consulting as well, freelance consulting, where I help other agencies out, find ways to increasing their revenue potential, improving, adding more products, adding more services, and automating, helping them improve their efficiencies to reduce their expenses and also increase their profitability. And when I jumped into the marketing world, I realized if I'm going to get myself into it, I'm not going to dabble. I'm going to go all the way in. I decided to pick up every certification. And the certification for me is, I don't think the certification have any value, but it was just a way for me to challenge myself for an end goal. And so I can learn a topic as fast as possible, absorb as much as possible. I don't use it anywhere else except to show the fact that The certification is just for me to absorb knowledge, so I have an end goal, and so I can move on, or else I'll be learning forever. So I'm a Google certified partner. I'm a ManyChat agency partner. I'm a heavy ClickFunnels user. So just these are tools I use because in the end, tools are very important when it comes to your agency. And then then Marketing Boost is another tool that I stumbled upon almost a year ago. So in January, I stumbled upon it. I got an ad, I saw it. And at that point, I realized this is something quite interesting that I can add as part of my toolkit to improve the value and improve the offering for my clients. So just in the past, before I jumped in the digital marketing world, I've dealt with, some of the heavy hitters in the entrepreneurship space. So I've, mingled with some of the people from Shark Tank, from Dragon's Den, which is the Shark Tank equivalent in Canada. I've met Justin Bieber and a bunch of other people that work in the photos. So just some of the people I networked with in the previous space I dealt with. And now in the digital marketing world, it's a completely new realm. And it's a new space that I'm in. I'm absorbing as much as I can, and whatever I learn, I try to pass on to others as well. So a lot of times I realize when it comes to incentive-based marketing is people struggle with what is incentive-based marketing. And this is where people get held up and they just don't know how to position their offers. So we have the example of McDonald's that we have in the some of the marketing material, McDonald's Happy Meal. It's a perfect example of a incentive-based marketing. One of the banks I was with, they made an offer, you switch to our bank and we'll give you a free iPad. So that's another incentive-based marketing. They incentivize me to switch my bank account to another bank account because they're gonna make their money back. Or we see the exact same thing. Get a new credit card and we'll give you 100,000 bonus points or 50,000 bonus points, whatever the value is. So people do the mental math, saying, if I get 100,000 points, that's equivalent to about $325 worth of travel. So everyone's doing the math in their head. Or you see commercials or these ads, buy furniture, buy this new family table set or whatever it is. You'll get paid no interest or get a free TV or get a free vacation. So we see it in so many different aspects. Buy a car, get cash back or bonus up to X number of dollars in rebates. And at the same time, here's another case example. If you prepay for something for 6 months, then you'll get a complimentary vacation. So we're incentivizing them to prepay instead of being on a monthly plan. So when we first started, everyone, I think, I talked to a lot of people, the biggest issue when they start with Marketing Boost is they get so excited, they fall in love with the idea, like I'm able to give away free vacations to everyone. Then they think I can just pretty much sell anything and give vacations away. So it's like, in this case, I can buy any widget could be X or Y, buy it and give a vacation, it's gonna sell for sure. But then the issue they run into is, why isn't anyone buying my product? Why isn't anyone taking my offer? Because they position the vacation so much that it's, it doesn't sound reasonable or realistic anymore. So one of the things, to simplify it, and what Greg mentioned kind of before as well, is look, if your offer is crap, it's terrible, the vacation incentive is not going to work or save you in any way. Because in the end, all you're doing is adding vacation incentives to something that's already bad. No one's going to care, and they'll just think that your offer is even worse, or they'll fall under the realm of being scammy. But if your offer is good, if you have a legitimate offer, customers actually are interested in your offer, and then when you add the vacation incentive on, it's either going to speed their decision-making process, it's going to increase your conversions, or it's going to give you the ability to upsell or add more value. And at the same time, you won't have to discount your offer. A lot of times you're making an offer to somebody and they're like, oh, I'm not sure. The default answer for everyone is to discount it. Okay, instead of paying $1,500, how about today I get you for $1,300? Instead of discounting, bringing down your offer value, if we stack on the vacation incentive, we're increasing the value of our offer. It's the same thing in the mind of the user. They're getting more for less instead of discounting it. So one thing that I want to kind of emphasize is the incentive should not be the main reason or the main selling point itself. Your offer should be the main offer, and that's what we're talking about. And then the vacation incentive is a way to push them over the edge to help them grow their business or increase their conversions. So I'm going to give one case study here of a digital marketing agency I'm working with. The agency itself, so they engage me to help them increase sales and profitability. Their business model is sales through cold calling. They have a first cold calling of clients, see if they're interested. And then they have another team that kind of closes the clients. They follow up with them. They close the deals on the phone. And their business model is small ticket prices, averaging $59 to $399 per month on average. And at the same time, they also offer prepayments. If you pay for 6 months in advance, they'll throw in 2 months for free. So they're discounting in this way here. And at the same time, if you prepay for a year, you will get X number of months for free as well. So, and when we're offering the ticket items here, they can stack the different offerings. It goes, sometimes a prepayment can go from $3,000 all the way up to $10,000. And so it helps them drive higher ticket sales. So the objective over here was for us to close more sales. Obviously, we want to close more sales. We want to increase our average ticket price. So if people were purchasing something, we want to find a way for them to spend more money instead of discounting. Just have them spend more money, but they're getting more value. And we want to stop discounting and increase the value we're offering to the clients. So part of the implementation that we have to run into we're an agency, we have 10 people on the sales side. The number one thing that worked well for us right away is I had to absorb all the material. I had to understand everything. I built out a training. I went through every type of objection that someone can come at me with when I'm training the team. Then I did a whole presentation for the team. I walked them through, this is what here I printed out the voucher, physical voucher. I handed it out to everyone. They read through it. I explained them, this is what the offer is like. This is how it's gonna work. Then literally just open the floor, hammer away with questions. What are your questions? Let's go. So they start asking questions, and every question I kind of absorb the questions. I added a part of objections that people could potentially have. We added to FAQs. So in the training, once the training was completed, once they walk out, they understand it, but until they actually pitch it to the clients, it's not going to work. So then they started pitching the clients. They were hesitant at first, like it's a new thing. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's going to work. So, I worked with one of the salespeople. Go, just try it, pitch it. This is how you're going to say it. When you're about to upsell them, position it to prepay for X years. Tell them we have a promotion that we're running, and the promotion is if you prepay for 6 months and it's for $750. The way we broke it out, if you spend $750, above $750, we'll give you a U.S. destination trip. And if you spend something over $1,500, we'll give them international. That means if you prepay for 12 months, we'll give you international. You prepay for 6 months, we'll give you domestic. In the end, it's just a way we need to value the vouchers. If we're not going to value it, the customers are not going to value it. It gives them the reason to prepay for 12 months and help them push to a higher ticket price. So at the beginning, we had a few salespeople trying it out. And one of the people right away, once he pitched it on the phone, the deal closed that much faster. He was floored. He's like, oh, what just happened? Okay, let's try it again. Then some of the other people weren't sure. They're a little bit hesitant. So those are the folks that we kind of give coaching to. How are you saying it? How are you transitioning in your pitch? Are you talking, are you transitioning from your pitch itself, or how are you moving from this point to this point? So we just coach them along the way. We built out a mini sales script, just saying when you get to this point, when you're talking to someone, this is how you transition this opportunity, this pitch into your presentation, and this is how it's going to close more deals. So because of that, we were able to close a lot more because we did the hands-on, the recalibration of the voucher or of the vacation incentive, and it worked really well. And we also use it in a way that while they're on the phone, they know where the person's located, where in the US. So we try to normally offering destinations that's within driving distance. So the air flight or the flight itself would not be an objection or an issue. So if someone's on the East Coast, I'll say Orlando, if they're a West Coast, we would tell them they can go to Las Vegas, for example. And that worked really well because in the end, it became a no-brainer decision for them. So as we did the pitch, the first month, it was a lot of, we try it, we get the feedback, we get the objections, we recalibrate, we get the objections. So we hear all these different type of objections, we absorb it into our training. I created kind of a objection sheet for the folks. So if someone will bring that up, they just know how to handle it. And after the first month, people felt a lot more comfortable with how to present it, and they became that much easier for them to pitch their clients, position it, and get the feedback from them. And then phase 2 afterwards, we started asking the clients who went on the trips to give us testimonial videos, give us feedback of their vacation. And when we got clients giving their feedback from the vacation, the agents who were selling it or pitching it felt that much more comfortable as well, because now they're seeing their clients who are having a great experience. So the results at the beginning, the first month, we launched in April 2019. We had a slow start because we were training them, kind of coaching them. Some people were kind of hesitating. How do I position in my sales script? They weren't sure. So coaching them along the way. But then after we kind of got up and running, in about 3 months, we generated about $150,000 that's tied to the incentives. So what I mean by that is just when the clients are on the fence or not sure, then we throw in the incentive, it close the deal, help them convert that much faster. They made decision on the spot, on the phone. And then in the next 7 months, so 7 months from when we started, we closed about a $500,000 tied to the vacation incentives itself. It's all because we put the system in place. We had people, they knew what they had to say, how to say it. It's because of that, people were not, they had the confidence, they knew how it worked. We got the feedback from the clients, and because of the feedback from the clients, they felt a lot more comfortable and they felt more confident when they were pitching it to their clients. So that was our phase one for the marketing agency. We wanted to use incentives to acquire new clients for our agency. That was phase one, and that worked really well. So now phase two is we want to use the vacation incentives to acquire more leads for our clients itself. So for example, when we onboard a client and for PPC, so pay-per-click Google ads, or we onboard a client for Facebook ad campaigns, we are now incorporating vacation incentives to different levels for our clients to generate more leads for them to close more deals, and it's to add more value to our clients. So it's more one of those things. We look at your offer. What are you offering right now? If you're a roofer, what is your offer? No tax for the X number of months, or no tax at all. Don't pay for X number of months. Then we look at how can we add a vacation incentives. Like if you purchase in the next 20 days, after they get the quote, if you close the deal within the next 20 days, we'll also be able to give you complimentary vacation. So we built out a platform. We have a web page that we built out. So our clients, they don't have to, because they're not going to have all the answers for all these questions. So we give them a general website that any of our clients can send them to, has all the FAQs in there, and it'll address any of the questions that our clients may have or any of their clients may have, instead of our clients having to field those questions because they won't understand it. They won't know it as intimately as us, so we will handle all the general FAQs. And it's literally just about, on the back of the voucher, we break it all apart. How many people can use it? 2 adults and 2 kids, the age, what are the time constraints, what are the general disclaimer messages. We take all that, we break it all down nicely so people have a very clear understanding of what they're getting into, because we want to manage expectations up front, because we don't want to have to deal with the headache afterwards, because our clients have to deal with headache. They're not going to be happy. Then they're going to put the complaints onto us. So if we can manage all the expectations up front, tell them the number one thing is that you're not going to be able to book your rooms during the Christmas period or during the holiday periods. That's the way it is. That's how these promotional vacation incentives work. And we kind of explain the concept of them. And when we explain to them, they understand it, not an issue. But if you don't explain to them and they're unaware of it, and then it comes up afterwards, then now you deal with damage control. It's like, oh yeah, but it's because of this, it's because of that. So in our initial pitch, we explain to them, as a matter of fact, these are promotional vacation incentives. You won't be able to use them during the peak period, because these are rooms that we get access to during low vacancy periods. So we have the ability to offer it as incentives. They're like, yeah, I get it. At the same time, you have activation costs that we'll have to pay the taxes on the activation. It's average is $20 to $25, depending on destination. So it varies accordingly. So this is what we make sure we present to our clients in a very casual way, and it becomes a non-issue afterwards. So revenue streams for people who are using Marketing Boost, as I mentioned, was, we use it to acquire new customers for our own business, our own agency. So if you're a business, you can use it to generate more business for yourself. Now for number two, if you're an agency, it's more meant for agencies who deal with multiple businesses. You can help your clients generate more leads, be leveraging in marketing vacation incentives. And number three, if you have customers, clients who are interested. So during the challenge, as we mentioned, I just talked to a lot of my business owner friends. So I explained to them how Marketing Boost works. That's how I was able to refer them. And it was a very simple conversation. Like, what do you do? How would you do? What if you can do this? What if you can do that? What if you can do this? Like, oh yeah, that'd be amazing. So you should sign up for the service. then you can do this and I'll help you out. If you have any questions, I'll coach you along the way. If you need landing pages, you need automation support, I'm there to help you. So I was taking away the burden or the initial starting point headaches for the users. This is why it was a quick process to convert them. Instead of a general process, I think it takes like a couple of weeks for people to get over the, like, is it good? Is it bad? I'm not sure. In this case, face to face, I closed deals very quickly because they trusted me and they would understand, and I was there to help them out. So in terms of marketing booths, after the Cancun event, meeting with other people in very diverse spaces, from restaurant space, from the insurance space and automotive space, so affiliate market as well. Everyone has their own strategy, everyone has their own ideas, and it's amazing to be able to absorb those ideas because, even if their business model does not work for you, but you can find 10 or 15% of their ideas that will work amazing if you were to incorporate within your business. So because of that, and because of the fact that when I first started out, I think, truthfully, the first 2-3 months, I got the vacations, like, what am I supposed to do with it? How am I going to use it? What's the best way? I'm not sure how to get started. So it's just the getting started phase that people struggle with. I struggle with that. Many people struggle with that. You get into it, you buy into this idea, but then you just don't know how to get started. But once you do get started, then it starts rolling. So this is where I created my, as I mentioned to you before, a Facebook group to help people out on the automation side, to coach people, to kind of give them, and this is all, I'm doing this all for free for everyone. I'm just coaching them, giving advice and giving, just training. It's anytime people have training questions, I'm more than happy to jump in because these are things that I wish I had access to at the beginning. So that's why I'm giving it back to everyone else who wants help on the technical sides. And this is, I've been fortunate that I've been in the technical space for almost 15, 20 years. I come with a technical background, that these things come super easy for me. I acknowledge the fact that many people struggle with that as a learning curve. So I want to make sure I can help them take that, deconstruct the complex, and make it simple as possible for people.